From Gloucester, Pussycat.
Comes back heavier than the machine which reached the grand final of the last series. They say the patented Pussycat blade can demolish a garage. This is no mere moggy.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Pussycat team, Alan Gribble, son David and friend Robert Bettington, and the Executioner team, Mark Nenadich, Ian Sanford and David Sanford. Dead metals in the arena for the house robots with the pincer and the 3,000 RPM saw. And fighting alongside metal, Matilda with the tusks and the 27-kilo flywheel.
3, 2, activate.
Pussycat, the second seeds for these robot wars. That is a measure of the task for the Executioner. But the Executioner has Pussycat in its grip at the moment. Mark Nenadich driving the Executioner with its hydraulic crushing blade powered by American motors. Pussycat can't get away until that moment. Spins that circular blade coming forward, trying to create damage on the Executioner, on the flames. Pussycat moving away up to 14 miles an hour top speed, slightly the quicker of the two, the lighter of the two. On the trail of the Executioner now. Just wonder about the vulnerability of those tyres of the Executioner. From behind, if Pussycat can get an attack, that's a full frontal slam, and both robots seem to be okay. And withstanding punishment from the Pussycat blade and from the Executioner's jaw, beak, cutting blade, call it what you will, at the front there. The Executioner sluggish, momentarily it would seem, now spinning away. In comes Pussycat trying to get at those tyres. One of them is spinning, the other seems to be locked. And they're very dangerously close to the CP's out of Matilda. Matilda's caused real damage there. Let's have a look at it again. And off comes the tip of the hydraulic crusher. The Executioner, Mark and Ian Sanford and young David, who's a 9-year-old schoolboy, in major peril now. Look, the potency of the weapon has gone. The pit release button has been depressed by Pussycat, and the Executioner's team feeling mighty depressed at the moment. Do you know, I thought we might have had a shock here at the start of this eliminator battle. Don't forget, the winner of this heat takes our final semi-final position in the series, and Pussycat still have hopes. The Executioner does not. They've been axed.
Cease.
Well, Pussycat roars like a lion and executes the Executioner. Pussycat, go through! Well done. Well, you're ranked number 2, beaten in the final of the last war. Think you can go one better?
We can indeed.
It was excellent driving there. Excellent driving. The way you pressed the pit release and then manoeuvred the robot into the pits, we were all very impressed. That blade of yours.
Yeah, I know, it's something else, isn't it?
It is something else, isn't it? How fast has it spin?
It's about, what, 2,500 RPM?
2,500. And what's it made of? Because it just seems stronger than most metals.
Made of chrome vanadium steel, 14% chrome vanadium.
Because this flywheel on Matilda now...
It's awesome, isn't it?
It is something else,
awesome.
isn't it?
Yeah, really.
Better than a chainsaw.
It's better than anything we've got. I just want to keep away from it.
That's right. Wise, wise, wise. Ladies and gentlemen, the lion roars, Pussycat!
Or yours could be the famous robot that nearly won Robot Wars last year and did win this year.
Don't underestimate anything. They're a good robot.
Tactics?
Smash them to bits. There's no tactic.
The other thing is, why have you still got tools lying around on the table? Have you not finished?
No, we finished. We finished.
Definitely?
Yeah. We're more than ready. We're more than ready.
More than ready. Both teams are. Let's hope it's a good, clean fight. Probably not.
Hi, I'm Al Gribble, captain of the Pussycat team. This is Dave, our driver, Rob, our weapons man. These are the weapons we'll be using to chop up our opponents. We're serious contenders this year. We were second last year, and we're going to be going all the way in this war. This is Pussycat, 2 750-watt motors inside, and this is on because she is worth it.
Roboteers, stand by.
Will it be a hair-raising experience for Claude Hopper? The team there, Andrew Hughes, Nick Clement and young Joshua. Pussycat with the blade, Alan Gribble and his son David and Robert Bettington, the weapon operator. Back in the arena for the house robots, Dead Metal. Lacks a little bit of manoeuvrability. Shunt can push anything out of the way with the axe and the scoop.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Pussycat can get up to 14 miles an hour. Claude Hopper, they say, is very fast for a walking robot, can get up to 2 miles an hour. Pussycat's blade is wedged on, they back away. Can they cause damage? Unlike many walking robots, there are no exposed legs here. I wonder whether that's a reason why Claude Hopper have created history by getting thus far. Pussycat turning again. David at the controls. And again, on the side assault, Claude Hopper trying to race away. And oh, what's come off there? Part of the chain drive for Claude Hopper. Under repeated Pussycat blade attacks, and certainly it's come loose. The side rotating flail, part of the weaponry. And again, Pussycat by far the more aggressive. Turning, getting away, side by side with Refbot to work an angle, drum up some space to come forward with a speedy onslaught. And Claude Hopper just about staying alive. That's what remains of part of its weaponry. And still old Claude hops on. Pussycat back on the attack. We know it can run either side up, Pussycat. We've seen it many, many times before. Grand finalists in Series 4. And back it goes, tentatively now. Drops so that it can get the blade in. Goes to the judges technically.
Well, that was a war of attrition, and definitely one for the judges. While they're making up their minds, let's review the action. The judges have made their decision. Remember, they're looking at style, control, damage and aggression. And no surprises here, they've gone for Pussycat! You couldn't really get to grips with them with that circular blade, though, could you? I mean, it's such a stocky little thing. It doesn't.
There's some serious bits of metal in that machine.
There certainly is, you know.
Really. And no, we've been worried about fighting these guys all day. We've never fought a walker before, and that is one tough robot and a brilliant team.
I know, but come on. I mean, your robot is so very difficult to get to grips with.
It's a lot better this year, so I think we can do it.
You think you can do it? Go one better?
Yep.
Become the seeded one.
Or get smashed to bits in the process of trying.
I'm sure you're going to go all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ballistic for Pussycat!
It's going to be a cat fight. The fur is going to fly.
It sure is.
How many of your 9 lives have you used up?
No, none yet.
It's capable of demolishing a garage.
Yep.
It's seeded too.
Yep.
Can it demolish this?
Hopefully. This, we'll give it a good run for its money.
Roboteers, stand by.
Pussycat, built by Alan Gribble, qualified engineer, runs his own engineering business. Fluffy, built and driven by engineering students from University College London. Sir Killalot, practiced in the art of destruction. Dead Metal needs no teaching how to crumple engineering work.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Pussycat, second seeds for this series of Robot Wars. This for a place in the semi-finals. The very last place to be decided. Now, pardon me, is this a bit of a feline feeling out session? As Fluffy tickles Pussycat, but no more. Now we'll come on the attack, though. Side by side, they bump and barge. Oh! That was no tickling! The Pussycat blade is gone! Look at this! It was blade against blade, and Pussycat were no match! Away onto the far side of the arena. Let's look at it again. Look at this. Wow! Ripped off! And that is the end of the Pussycat hope. There's no way back from, well, you can nudge and meow a little bit, but how on earth are you going to beat Fluffy from here on in? You need to get away from that torch for a start. But what's happened to Fluffy here? Are they still moving? Yes, they are. The ref bot's had a look. Looking again. The blade of Fluffy is moving, but they're not progressing across the arena floor. What a surprise this would be! Fluffy are being counted out. The Pussycat blade was gone, but they kept battling, and Fluffy conked out. Absolutely startling. What a battle that was! Now, of course, Dead Metal can have some fun. Oh, Fluffy, how heartbreaking is that for Peter Holroyd and Peter and Richard Johnson? There's nothing they can do, and Robert Bettington punches the plexiglass in delight and celebration in the Pussycat control pod. Well, it's a fluffy toy for Killalot, no more than that. I thought we were on the brink of one of the great Robot War surprises. Pussycat has never really been damaged like that before, but Fluffy it is who ends up flying from the floor flipper. And eventually down the pit. Well, really was the pit and the pendulum of Robot War's hopes swinging away from Fluffy to Pussycat in one fell swoop.
Cease.
How unlucky can you get? Pussycat use up all of their 9 lives and go through to the series semi-finals! Jammy or what? Jammy or what?
Yeah.
What did you think when the blade came off?
Oh no.
When that sword came off, I bet your heart was in your mouth, though, wasn't it?
I discovered adrenaline's brown. I got my plate clips on.
I mean, you're ranked second in the UK.
We knew he was going to be tough. He's a damn good robot. And in fairness, they were a bit unlucky.
But very unlucky.
The closing force is there that you're seeing to break that to break the blade off is phenomenal.
Hey, I tell you what, you're in the series semi-finals.
Real.
Do you think you're going to have a harder fight than that in the series semis?
Well, there's no easy fights out there, but that, I suspect is one of the hardest we'll ever have.
It was like the battle between the vertical swords and the horizontal swords, you know?
Had to come to tears, didn't it?
Yeah. And they won that one.
We won it because we're going through and they're out.
That is the point.
Yeah.
That is the point. You're going through, they're not. You're Pussycat. Let's hear it for them.
Roboteers, stand by.
The ref bot looks on. Firstly at the Welsh machine, Panic Attack with Kim Davis at the controls and his son Michael there with him, aged 12. And the Pussycat machine of Alan Gribble, who built the robot, David, his son, who drives it, and Robert Bettington, the weapons operator. The house robots, Sergeant Bash emerges with the flamethrower and the pincers. And Shunt with the pushing power, the axe and the scoop.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Great history of Robot War's near success for Pussycat, twice a grand finalist, Panic Attack champions of Series 2. And doing the legwork early on through the flames, you can see a Panic Attack strong thrust at Pussycat, but Pussycat turning away and Panic Attack in the CPZ and at the mercy there of Sergeant Bash. Well, that is very surprising that Kim Davis left himself open for a Sergeant Bash attack in the CPZ. They need to get away, but Shunt is hemming them in. That's what the house robots can do. If you get into a CPZ, the corner patrol zone, the house robots can attack you. He comes away, Panic Attack, with the side skirts in this series. You see the black and white striped side skirts to prevent others getting in underneath. And Pussycat's turn now to get on top in this battle, I would have thought. There, using the circular blade to attack the front forks of Panic Attack. Panic Attack will try and wedge those forks in underneath that high ground clearance, 10 centimetres ground clearance of Pussycat. 14 miles an hour, the Cat can speed away far quicker than Panic Attack. Veered up on one of those wheels. The wheels are exposed, but Panic Attack doesn't have a shredder, doesn't have a blade, and also has those side skirts now buckled. For me, this is Pussycat's fight so far, and Panic Attack has a lot of work to do. Pussycat may look out of control. It's not on, ripping one of the skirts away. Almost an indecent attack on the side of Panic Attack from Pussycat. And at the moment, the Moggy has it. And its claws look sharper and more venomous than Panic Attack's weaponry. But the clock will tick down to a judge's decision, and they'll have to use their far superior minds to mine to make a decision.
Cease.
Style, control, damage and aggression. That's what they'll have to judge Kim Davis and the Gribble boys on.
Well. Tough battle. Panic Attack looked like it had problems, but both robots still mobile, still in the arena. We're going to have to go to the judges. I said you had problems. They've gone for Pussycat! Come on! Hey. Do you think you can go one better?
Well, I don't know. It's a stiff competition. I don't want to say any more than that.
All right. We'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, please, what a robot. What a robot's here. Pussycat!
At this stage, do the nerves really hit?
Yeah, very good robot, but I think they're going to be history after this round.
What will it mean to you to get through?
It's just another step on the way to going all the way, isn't it?
Oh, I see. Okay, and you can get them?
Yeah.
And you can get them?
Probably.
Oh, well, we'll see.
Its maximum potential, though, I think. Refbot checks out the arena floor. Up in the control booths, we have the Pussycat boys, Alan and David Gribble, Robert Bettington, and the Firestorm machine, Graham Bone, Alex Mordew and Hazel Heslop, Graham's girlfriend. We have Shunt in there as well, with the Diamond Edge axe and the scoop. And alongside him for the house robot, Sergeant Bash with the flamethrower and the pincers.
3, 2, 1. Active.
Blade against Flipper. Pussycat rocking and rolling, won't mind that, crashes down, can run either side up. Hasn't got a screamer because of the way it's built. It's designed to crash around, topsy-turvy style. Firestorm driving Pussycat onto the arena side wall. The angle grinder in there. The sparks flying again. Through and across the torch pit goes Pussycat towards the pit release button. Firestorm here is doing all the driving. At 100 kilos, it's 5 kilos heavier than Pussycat. Pussycat just the quicker machine. This is a good and sturdy battle here. Much more aggression than we saw in the previous fight. Only one survivor will go through to the grand final, and that's a good attack by Firestorm. Pussycat riding up high, but Firestorm's flipper worked. Good style at the controls of Firestorm by Graham Bone, and the judges will have noticed that. Now they come into just push Pussycat where they want them to go on the arena. Maybe towards the pit release button. Yes, they've slammed them onto the pit release button because Firestorm believe now they've got the upper hand. They've seen the tactic. Get underneath that high ground clearance of 10 centimetres. Wedge them up high and carry them to the pit or to the CPZ, where Shunt comes in with a Diamond Edge blade. Pussycat away. But will previous victories in this series against the Executioner, Claude Hopper, Fluffy and Panic Attack mean nothing? Will Pussycat fall at this stage? Because for me, Firestorm are well on top. They reached the semi-finals of Series 4. They were defeated by Dominator 2. But for me, Firestorm are heading through here if they can get away from Shunt. They came dangerously close to the CPZ. Oh no, what's happened to Firestorm? For a minute I thought they were immobilised. They've stopped, they haven't. They've got control again. They've turned. Late onslaught here by Pussycat. For me, it's come too late, too little, too late. The clock is counting down to a judge's decision. Firestorm, had it gone on longer, might have been in peril. But I think they've done enough, judges. What about you?
Well, the judges have made their decision, and you know what they're looking at. You probably dream about it. Style, control, damage, and aggression. The number 2 seeds have gone. They've gone for Firestorm! Whoa! A unanimous decision. How do you feel about that? You're shocked.
Speechless.
Speechless.
Relieved, actually, because there's too many better robots out there.
Yeah, there's some big bad ones now. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, rank number 2 in the UK, well, they're out, they're Pussycat!